Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this shared after your mom. That's a good name. Welcome to this Xur video for January 15, 2021. We'll be showing you the Xur's location, his inventory random rolls. You can find him in his regular location in the tower. Just head over to the courtyard, and in the top left section of the hangar, you can find him in his regular location in this stairway. This is a high overview of everything that he does have available, in case this is all you cared about. Starting up with the weapon today, we have the Arbalest. If you've never heard of it, it is the literal only kinetic special ammo linear fusion rifle. Its main perk, Compounding Force, fires slugs that cause massive damage to elemental shields, even though it's a kinetic weapon, on top of also having Disruption Break, where breaking an enemy shield with this weapon makes them more vulnerable to kinetic damage, which this is a kinetic weapon. It also does more damage to elemental shields, meaning that it breaks elemental shields and then dealing more damage by itself with itself. The main problem here is that in PvE, it doesn't really have the total ammo damage or the DPS that you'd want it to have, although it is better than that of sniper rifles, not enough to make me use it as an exotic weapon. In PvP, it feels like a sniper that you have to wait for the charge time. Albeit it does have better aim assistance, it's really just not worth it as compared to a lot of other options. I would say the main or best part about it is going to be the ornament that I don't have. It makes it look like a big chunky boy, very Fallen-esque, but also looks like that fat carb thing that we see on the internet. For the Hunter exotic today, we have the Oathkeeper. If you've never heard of it before, it makes it so you can hold bow charges indefinitely. What bow charge means is that you hold down the fire button, you can literally hold that there without accidentally firing it forever. The main use of this is going to be with Le Monarch, which has a special perk that allows it to have poison damage if you fire it right when you first pull it to the maximum draw. And this makes it so you guarantee you're at maximum draw at all times without releasing it all. Big problem here is that bows are really not that great, Le Monarch is not that great, and this exotic's bonus is really not that great because you can just kind of get used to the bow and fire it at the right time anytime. I would love to see this exotic go through some changes that give you more bonuses to bows, maybe like a damage bonus, or maybe perhaps shooting more bow shots or faster fire rate, something that makes it so it improves the bow's use, because currently bows are not that great. You really need something similar to the Ahamkara gloves for the hunter that has with the tripmines, but instead for the bow stuff. For the Titan exotic today, we have the ACD feedback fence, one of my favorite looking exotics from Destiny 1, so much so that I put it in my channel banner on YouTube. The tiger that you see on my main channel actually has this exotic on him. And on top of that, there's an ornament that makes it look even better than that, which I really do like the look of. But unfortunately, its main perk is really not that great. If you've never heard of it, Fury Conductors, melee hits build energy, that means your melee strikes, and being struck by a melee attack reduces the incoming damage, which all incoming damage by the way, and unleashes the energy in a devastating explosion. Basically, this is more of a melee protection or melee build focus exotic. Now the problem is usually if you're getting melee attacks by an enemy, this reduction in incoming damage is not really going to do you much good. Yes, it can technically lead to being 3-punched in the Crucible because of that reduction in incoming damage, but usually if somebody's punching you, it's the last punch they need to kill you. Now that being said, technically this is a full positive exotic. You don't have to do anything special in order to get benefits from it. You're gonna get hit by a melee attack eventually. You're gonna end up hitting enemies with a melee attack, and you're gonna end up getting a big use out of the incoming damage reduction. That being said, it's not enough to make me want to use it. As far as the roll goes, I'd like to see more resilience, recovery, and strength. It does have decent resilience and okay amount of recovery and strength, so overall I'd like to say maybe an average roll for a below average exotic. And finally, the warlike exotic today, we have the Stag. Before I move on, just wanted to quickly put this ornament on because it looks so freaking sick. If you've never heard of it before, the Stag grants rift energy when you're critically wounded, and on your death creates a healing rift on your corpse. The idea here is that when you die, your teammates have a much easier time reviving you because they're getting healed while they do it. However, in the high level activities, you have a timer on your death, meaning that healing rift doesn't really help your teammates revive you anymore. And on top of that, there's a lot of other rift based exotics that are better than this one. Lunafaction boots, allowing you to have double the range and much faster reload. Phoenix Protocol that helps you with, well, a much better rift in general. The full subclass of Attunement of Grace, being able to get your rift way fast from just healing your teammates. That one chest piece where you get more rift energy when you're nearby enemies rather than when you're critically wounded. There are so many exotics I'd rather use over this exotic, I'm not really sure when I'd want to use it. For the rolls, honestly, I don't really think you need that much recovery because I believe it's based on a percentage or recharge rate. It's not really dependent on your recovery stats, or at least that's what I think it is. I may be wrong. So outside of that, it's up to you what kind of stats you want. A total stats of 64 and a decent distribution outside of the recovery loss, which is generally just good to have anyways. You know, it's an okay roll for a pretty bad exotic. And that is pretty much it. Make sure you pick up your exotic cipher quest. I have already actually picked it up, which gives you more exotic cipher for the exotic archive or for picking up exotic engrams. And also make sure you pick up your exotic engrams, will give you an exotic that you've never received before and a high stat roll, which is very nice if you are looking for exotics or high stat rolls. Anyways, that is going to be the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below if any questions, concerns, or something I missed with this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the stuff I missed. Check down the comments down below. And also, let me know what you guys are looking for from these Xur. I know a lot of people are looking for that Celestial Nighthawk, Warmass Crown, One-Eyed Mask, Phoenix Protocol. A lot of great exotics that sometimes are at the Xur, sometimes they're not. I honestly have completely forgotten what I'm looking for because I just forget what I do and don't have. On top of that, make sure you come check out my live streams that I have right after these Xur videos, as well as all of the times you can see on screen right now. We're going to do open lobby raids. Hey, an investigation. Oh, is this vodka? What is that? We're going to be doing open lobby raids, pinnacles, triumph grind, lots of good stuff. So come out and check it out. Join us in the description down below and my Twitch link. But yeah, that's going to be the end of it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name's been Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Fade to darkness. And of course, huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Without their help, a lot of the things on my channel will not be possible, including these spreadsheets, so big thank you to them. I wanted to thank them by name, but instead, let's do this in a fun way where I try to say all of the names as fast as physically possible in one go. So big thank you to Many Boy Do, Mom and Dad, Shadow Moon, Joe Smith, Monday, Natalie Halpin, Steve Bochnowitz, Justin Herrera, and Raymond Showman. Let's go! All in one go! And of course, I hope you have a good one.